Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 15th episode of The Hub. For those that are new to our channel, The Hub is part of a community that we've created to share experts within the room to help you with business development and marketing strategy. So each month we cover certain topics in business to help those that are our clients and within our community to get that much further ahead in something that they'd like more information about. So a perfect example is this month, which is called Get Your Ducks in a Row, because I don't know about you guys, but every December, every January, it's the same with small independent businesses. We panic, we try and get the receipts together, we try and get basically year-end tax over the line so we're not given the fine. And really, I've learned the lesson that it really shouldn't be done in them months. We should be planning, we should be getting our ducks in a row, looking at the systems and procedures our business has within it, and also getting our bookkeeping under control. So when it comes to December and January, on them peak months, we can with ease submit our tax return without worry. And that's what this month has been about. So we have covered tax in our webinar. We have covered your queries and problems within the Q&A sessions. We have covered overcoming time management and systems and procedures within the networking. And then today is the 30th of November, the last day of the month. I can't believe December's tomorrow, guys. And we've invited our speaker today, Carla, to talk about the importance of kind of just the essence of getting your ducks in a row, especially with bookkeeping and especially with administration in the business. So we can actually wind down for Christmas and not ramp it up, which a lot of us do have to do because, as we know, that panic sets in if we don't have our ducks in a row. So, Carla, can you just introduce yourself and what your business is, please, for the listeners?
Thank you, Zoe. So I'm Carla. My business is Aligned Vision Services, so all things virtual assistant and exec assistant work. So I'm here to help businesses grow and support, and I'm your supporting helping hand to make sure that that happens. So if you've got a great vision for your business, you're now doing everything for yourself and it's all getting a little bit overwhelming, and you now want to go into 2023 thinking I want more and I need to let something go, then that's what we can help. So yes, and I work with SMEs, CEOs, coaching clients of different sizes, but yes, this time of year they've all got the same thing that needs doing: tidying up.
Yeah. And for me, that is in essence, the tidying up is really what getting your ducks in the row is all about, because one of the biggest, I think, reasons we are faced with overwhelm when we are trying to do everything, like Carla has kindly explained, is because we don't know what to let go of. But the analogy that I present to those that I work with is this: your time should be spent on what you love and what makes you money or brings value, not on what causes you stress and causes you overwhelm. Their elements need to be outsourced. And they'll always say to me, that's easier said than done, Zoe. You have someone in your business that helps you, you have strategic partners that help you, coaches, etc. That is, but I also did this activity myself. I was that busy fool. I was that person that was, oh my God, I forgot to do my bookkeeping. What am I going to do? Oh my God, I'm not going to submit things in time. I'm going to get a fine. That causes worry and stress. So I remember doing this activity probably about maybe 2-3 years ago now with my coach, John, and 19 hours one week and 12 hours the second week was the accumulative time I'd spent on tasks that was about getting your ducks in the row. So the administration tasks and systems and processes. And when I equated that amount of time against my hourly rate, I realized I was being a busy fool and it was costing me a lot of money. So it really, really is important. And that's just my own experience. So what about yourself, Carla, when you're working with your clients? How best do you describe the importance of what you do, which ultimately is tidying things up and getting things in order for them?
So I think overwhelm's a big part of a lot of people's businesses, certainly as you're growing,
Mm-hmm.
because you try and control all aspects.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to let go of those small jobs that you inside out. And trust me, I'm guilty of it too. We all do. But they're the bits that you need to ask yourself, what is it I'm avoiding getting done?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the mundane? What's the stuff I don't enjoy doing in my business anymore? And I know they're not going to drive my business further forward. I can't grow it. So my clients will, ask me to check their software for accounting or bookkeeping. Will ask me to keep an eye on their emails for anything urgent, because we all have to get time efficient to a degree with when we're doing these small tasks, but what's priority and what isn't. And I think it's having that time to sit back and go, what's important for me in my business now, and how do I take it forward in 2023?
Yeah.
And it's taking that pressure off them, knowing that someone else can field what needs to be fielded, and then just come to them with what's needed to be dealt with there and then. Yes, the overwhelm kicks in by going, but I need to bring someone in and I need to show them things, and I haven't got time for that. That's going to take time, but you just make a little bit of time, put it in your calendar, your planner, your diary, and go, it's time to make that leap and pass something off. It'll be worth it in the long run, and you get to then enjoy your business again.
Yeah. And I think that's really key, isn't it? It's about efficiency, prioritizing, but also making sure you're enjoying your business. That's really key, what I've taken from there, because I listen to a lot of audio self-development, and a lot of speakers say, if you don't enjoy what you do, what is the point? Because we have to add an element of fun and play into every day, because we work. I mean, we're programmed, aren't we, within the UK to work at presently, even though on the radio it did say on Monday evening that we are doing prototypes for a 4-day week, and that is going really well. But we are programmed traditional to work Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, or in some cases work 7 days a week, 12-hour days subject to a shift pattern. And if we really asked ourselves, do we enjoy what we do? Are we having fun? I think we would be quite shocked in terms of the answer that would give back to ourselves. And even if it is just that element to outsource, so you're putting the fun and the play back into your everyday with the business, then I would highly recommend it, because this has happened in 2 situations in my network. Around about 3 years ago, one of my networkers needed to basically outsource to a virtual assistant for them to really understand the business, because he was going to be going on paternity leave. He didn't know when, but he knew that would happen. And he wanted to be able to take that time out of the business, because he'd asked himself that question, what would make me happy and how can I still run my business by making sure that I am having the time that I need with my new baby, with my wife, etc. And he asked himself that question because of that. But also another top tip, guys, to realize with what Carla has said on that prioritization in your diary, is I had a conversation with someone else in virtual assistant services maybe about 3 weeks ago, and they did literally, I believe, hit the nail on the head. She basically shared she is the step that businesses should take to understand if they need somebody permanent within that business, because the benefit of their services are flexibility and not tying you into a long-term contract. So what that means is, if you are outsourcing 16 hours worth of work to a freelancer, that is indicating to you that you need part-time staff structure potentially within your business. So it's just something to be mindful for on the additional benefits that Carla is kind of sharing for you to do today, and the importance of it. But I have a saying, Carla, in business, and it is, so what? because someone may be listening to that and thinking, well, so what? That doesn't matter to me. So if someone was to say to you, so what would you say with your experience with the length of clients that you've worked with, from obviously SMEs right down to a small independent business?
Someone said, so what? I'd probably say, so imagine yourself in 12 months' time doing what you're doing now. Where's your business going to be then?
Yeah.
Is it going to be in the same place? Will you have grown, or will you have just completely burnt out? What's most important?
Yeah. It's true, because one of the questions that I would ask as well is, well, what if you don't? What happens? What happens on that hamster wheel that you can't get off on? We've put as an objective in our team for next year, we wish to level up. What that leveling up looks like, we're not sure yet, because it depends on the prospect, and it just depends on the size of clients we get in, because that is being an objective this year, to get the right experience in place so we can offer strategic intelligence for marketing for SMEs, all the way down to the clients that are our bread and butter, which are our service-based 1 man to 5-man teams. And we don't know what that looks like yet, but we are considering it. We are writing down customer journeys. We are writing down systems and procedures, because we know on the size of our team right now, we would either have to next year freelance or invest in the right procedures, in the right technology to support it, because for us, leveling up means scalability. So I believe it is really important, with the experience that you have and that you've shared, that question asking, well, what if you don't?
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone wants to be in the position of saying, I wish I had.
Yeah. Regret's a bigger loss than actually giving it a go.
Yeah.
Like you said, with VAs as well, we are very flexible, you know, and we can work within what you need. And it means you're not taking on the responsibility of payroll and holiday and annual leave and all the responsibilities that go with employment law. So, you know, you get to try. And like you said, Zoe, then that might give you the indication that you do need someone on the books.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people will say to me, Zoe, why do you use the analogy ducks in a row? And I'll say, if you visually think about when you see ducks crossing the road, what do? And they'll say to me, well, they cross. Do they cross together? Yes, they cross in a line. And who leads? And it's always the female, the adult duck. And does she leave one behind? No, she does not. I say, so getting your ducks in a row is the same analogy, because it's domino effect, that once you get one thing in order and then multiple, you should be able to move quicker, be more efficient in the business, and ultimately get to the destination you're trying to reach a lot quicker than trying to cross the road one at a time. So with that analogy and talking about kind of top tips and visual representation, if someone was to say, Carla, what would be your biggest tip right now in terms of getting my ducks in a row for 2023 for December, what would that be?
I think ultimately is take a sense check of where you're at the moment, basically, in your business. Certainly around, you know, like we said about, it's the accounting year end for a lot of people, bookkeeping. What systems are you using? Are you using an accountant? Are they automating it? Everything's making tax digital based at the moment. So look at what you're using, and are you still shoeboxing? I love that term, shoebox. I used to shoebox my accounts for years, till the last year and a half. So I remember those days of bringing it all together. And getting it all in date order. But, you know, look at what's going to make life a bit simpler. Are you using the right technology to get your accounts uploaded so you take the pressure off? Then look at scheduling that time in your diary every month for next year, where you go into your accounts, download what you need to do, and it's there ready for filing your accounts next year.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's about just sense checking now where
Mhm.
everything's at, because moving into 2023, I'm doing it now as well. What have I got going on? What am I using? What do I
Mhm.
need to make changes, even in my business?
Yeah.
Or monthly downloading my accounts, making sure they're in my accounts. When my accountant goes, Carla, have you put all your receipts in there? Oh no, I need to go find them. I'm not doing it at
Yeah.
the end when I need to file them. So
Mhm.
it's just making that little bit of time. And even if you don't have the time, you get someone like me to just spend 2 hours a month helping you do that or reconciling it. I have taken on a couple of small bookkeeping clients that need their QuickBooks or Xero just reconciling for last year,
Mhm.
because they're panicking now that they need that help to just go, oh, because we've left it too long.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I think as well, uh, not everyone is the same. So for example, I call it ducks in the row. Carla there has just used a great term called sense checking, because sometimes it's about feeling, because the gut is connected, guys. Trust me, I know that from experience. Your gut tells you before your brain tells you. So that sense checking on, actually just let's stop. We did this activity again with a client earlier this month, and we said the exact same to him. Let's stop and let's reevaluate, and let's check what we are doing right now is serving its purpose. And that's in essence what we're asking you to do, and what we're discussing today on the podcast. It's to be a little bit more mindful, understand the importance, make sure you put in whatever you're putting into the business to increase efficiency, because that's going to allow you to free up more time to then ultimately make more money and grow the business, or put more things into the business in more creative and efficient ways. It's going to allow you, as Carla's just mentioned, on the systems and processes side. And above anything, it's making sure you're checking in with yourself, and that you are actually asking that question about, do I enjoy what I am currently doing? What do I need to outsource that's causing that disjoyment? And just making sure we're having fun with what we're doing, really. So I do definitely agree with that top tip, as well. So Carla, obviously you've mentioned who you are and what the business is called, and as you can guess, guys, the reason it is called that is because of what Carla's just shared in the short 20 minutes we've been talking, about making sure it aligns with the vision and having that kind of sense of self, and just kind of checking things to make sure you're going in the right order. So if someone is listening to this and thinking, yes, I could do with some administration support, some bookkeeping support, payroll support, anything to do with office administration or back of house, how would they get in touch with you, Carla, to explore this further to help them in business?
Um, so I think the best way to do that would probably just drop me an email or contact me through the website. So I'll give you my email, which is carla@alignedvision.co.uk. And the website is obviously alignedvision.co.uk. Everyone's individual, your business is individual, is all I would say. So there's not always one size fits all for everyone. So feel free to reach out, we can have a chat, we can see what you might need help with, and I can point you in the right direction if I think it's maybe not the right thing right now, or help you and guide you where you need to go, and whether that's something I can do and take it from there.
Definitely, because it all starts with a conversation, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, do reach out to Carla. If you're watching this back or listening to this on Anchor, do reach out into her inbox with that email address or through the hub. As we know, you guys get this access first. Carla will be within the community. If you wish to drop her a message privately, you can. She will be within the community from the 1st of December to the 31st of December. So you can reach out and speak to her directly. If anything shared today is kind of setting your intuition off, in terms of you'd like to have that kind of sense of self and just stop and check things, I definitely do recommend that conversation. So that brings episode 15 to a close. We will be doing a podcast in December for episode 16 before we break for the new year. That is all around idea generation and getting creative, because Christmas, the month of December and the countdown to Christmas, is probably one of the most populated months for content in your marketing strategy. So we're going to get a little bit creative, guys. So I will announce the speakers from next week. And I thank you for listening. Do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get access to webinars and podcasts. And do remember to let me know if you have anything you would like me to cover in the coming months of 2023 to help you in business. And you can do that through askzoe.co.uk and dropping me a message via the website on the contact form. So thank you, Carla, again for joining me this afternoon. Enjoy the last few hours of November, guys, and enjoy the 1st of December tomorrow. And we'll see you all very, very soon.
Bye.